A knoll is never late. He always arrives exactly when he intends to.
That's right. I need to figure out where my laptop is.
Hell yeah, brother.
My PC is still not set up.
Bro, I have 3 Fojag concepts, okay? Damn,
That's one too many Fojags.
Dude, I'm pretty sure that means that we have to do an all Fojag party, because if you think about it, Alexander and Shambler and Shoulder.
Did I say I was gonna make a Fojag?
Yeah.
You know what this is, guys?
Yeah, remember Giga
Yeah,
Chad? Giga Chad
Barbarian one.
Oh, Giga Chad Fojag, yeah,
So-
that's true, yeah.
5
It's
of
gonna
us.
be really funny too, because all of our other Fojags are gonna be like their own badasses, right? But you're just gonna keep insisting that you're the alpha badass.
Yeah.
How many spawn have you made? Pathetic.
I remember now, yeah. Yeah.
Especially if
I
I
think
go
they'll
my
have to be-
way of mercy Fojag monk. It's like you're a spiritual cuckold.
Yes, that's exactly what he'd say, verbatim.
The only reasonable conclusion is that 5 of us have to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Fojags, and one of us is Master Splinter.
Well, you know what's so funny, Three Crow? Oh, internet robot. What's so funny about that is that there is going to be a turtle race, like a turtle person race. So, Fojagger,
Oh god.
like you could mix and match at that point.
The all scaly party is gonna happen.
The Clinto, which are
Everybody
fish
scaly.
people, that would be a good one. Get some
Oh my
Clinto
God.
going.
Are you telling me I can be Murgles?
Yeah, basically. It's kind of
Or
like that. They're a
Murlocs?
little bit more. Oh yeah. So to be honest, dude, I never remembered the differences between those two. But
How about
What
you?
kind of fish
You.
are these fish people?
Holy fuck, I'm back.
welcome back.
You know what else has a turtle race? World of Warcraft.
It does.
They
We
do?
don't talk about
When
that
did they
here.
get that?
Battle for Azeroth.
They added turtles. I thought they added panda. Oh no, that
Yeah,
was
man.
Mists of Pandaria.
They added turtles. Yeah, they're not playable, but
Oh
you can
okay. But they exist in the
do
universe.
quests.
What's
You-
the point of
yeah, you do
Murlocs
quests
and
for them.
Naga if turtles exist now?
Well, they always had.
There's literally,
They always had
yeah.
turtles. They had like sea turtles and dragon turtles, but they didn't have turtle people. I guess that's the difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, wasn't Pandaria like on top of a giant turtle?
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
That's because that's like a real mythology.
Yes.
The whole world is a giant turtle.
True.
It's turtles all the way down.
It's turtles all the way down. And gay frog.
I never did understand why.
Putting chemicals in the water that make the divine turtle gay.
I never understood why turtles were allowed to be all the way
gay.
down. Oh, yeah. Well, it's 2025. They can be gay.
Gay gods.
yeah, we can't discriminate. It's fine.
So
That's
we
fine.
do have everybody here, but Balefall is setting up his computer, so his laptop. So he's not actually in yet.
He doesn't need his laptop to yap in a car train.
Oh, that is true. Also, you're very quiet. Oh, I can't turn you up anymore. Owned.
Savage.
Turn yourself up, dude.
How do I do that? My mic gain is already on full.
Turn it up more.
Wait, do you have like automatic gain control or something enabled?
Maybe it's my gain here. So I'm going to continue talking while I adjust the slider. Tell me if I'm getting louder or quieter.
Okay, keep talking.
I'm still talking. I'm still adjusting the slider.
No, I think you're getting quieter.
You're getting quieter.
Wrong
All
way.
right, how about now?
Yeah,
There you
that's
go.
better.
That's more 3.
I think I have to use Lucy's client because apparently you can turn people up to 400%, and I need that for some people.
Maximum. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I need it for anybody here, but I do need it. Whew.
Hey, you can't discriminate.
Exactly. Can you believe I have to move to Vermont? That's pretty epic, honestly.
You should have come to Florida.
I wanted to go to New Hampshire,
Pretty
but
epic.
they didn't have any spots that were good. The place in Vermont is very walkable, though, so I like that.
But you're also close to Bernie Sanders. He might come and ask you for some money.
I am once again asking you for adrenochrome so I can stay alive. I feel like the
Billionaires are not giving me my daily dose.
well, I am very close to the westernmost point of New Hampshire, so I can basically cross a bridge and be there. It's I guess I'm not that far from New Hampshire as a result, you know?
Every democratic American deserves to play Cosmonarchy. We will turn Brood War players into shoes.
That reminds me of when the casters for League of Legends started going super ham on describing anytime Hecarim died, they'd always say that he was sent back to the shoe factory or the horseshoe factory, the glue factory, something like that. They just kept hitting it over and over again. And it was like weird that every caster was doing it. And I swear it was a psyop of some kind.
It was an activation phrase for one specific guy in the audience.
Yeah. Well, they had a more direct one than that on the desk one time when Dash was his name, his gamer tag. He just went, "Joel, get on Skype." And that was pretty funny because it's like 20K viewers or whatever. That's something I do. I did when this Counter-Strike team was in the middle of fighting for their survival on LAN. I did say that this guy has big feet, so you can clip farm. It is a possibility.
Big shoots.
I just noticed that everybody in this voice chat except for Shoulder has the CM tag.
Oh shit! I forgot Balethal added that. That's epic.
What the hell, Shoulder?
He's an endangered
Why?
species.
What happened?
You're the only one here who doesn't have a CM tag.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that Balethal had added that, but that's pretty epic.
What's going on?
Doesn't say Ahmed.
At some point, you added the CM
One
server
second,
tag.
fellas.
Okay.
Can I get an Ahmed tag?
So, in order to access and create server tags, you need to have a server. You need to boost it 3 times, and then you need to do that every month. So, I don't know. You want to do that? There's probably some other
That sounds like
eligibility, but
money.
yeah, it is. I think each boost is like $5. So, for the low price of 15 a month,
Bucks of price.
you can be Ahmed.
Hey, whoever has a shit ton of money, do that for Isindesser, so I can have an Isindesser tag.
Imagine that's the Ahmed tag. I don't even know what the Isindesor tag would be. It'd probably be ISS's International
Kyle?
Space Station. It can be 4 letters. So
ISSN.
yeah,
As long as it's not Des.
KYLE.
Can it just be like ISST or I don't know. I guess Isindesser tabletop.
Yeah, ISNT, ISST. something.
Are you ready?
I
Are
am
you?
very not ready because I had to go looking for the laptop. It was actually still in the car.
Oh, okay. But you're ready now? Is that what you said, or did you say you need
That's
more
not
time?
where that goes.
I'll be ready in a minute.
Okay, I think Alexander also needed a minute anyway. So
I will use this opportunity to get more beer.
man,
This guy's so American.
I wrote something in Russian in the Russian Cosmonarchy channel, and let me see if I can find it because it was kind of epic, but it was all about being American.
Is Hamster still in there?
Yeah. He hasn't been sending many messages lately, but he's around every now and then.
Rip Hamster. Oh, I just auto-corrected someone as
Yeah.
porn.
That's
great.
easy. How do you live against this? How? Like, the amount of fuck. The amount of
CMBW.
uninteractivity
Espanol.
in this particular mission is so fucking bad. Like,
Did somebody say?
I'm not the kind of guy who
porno?
likes to really platinum shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not the guy who's like, I gotta do everything. Like, oh, I don't give a shit if the game is so bad and so shit that it doesn't fucking matter how bad it is or how like unfair it is.
No
I'm gonna
amount
do it
of
the way the
donuts
developers intended
will
to. I actually can't
Why
understand.
did you say that?
Fight, like 30 infernals that are immune to magic. That,
Mods
like,
bin.
no amount of gobble gobble
I guess it is
purchase
porn.
gonna stop
No
them.
go. It's a warning.
I was looking for a while to try
Why
to
are they
figure
still
out where
saying-
these sound effects were playing, and Discord was auto-playing my Warcraft 3 sound. That Lucy clipped in Special or Stellar Icon.
Soundboard in here?
It was like a 1.5-minute clip of me raging.
You just kept going.
I guess it was a pretty good one.
And it was completely understandable because it's Warcraft.
You know, it was still funny that it was. It kept going.
Oh, oh, he's back.
It's 3 Lethal.
Okay, where are we going in the carts again?
Towards the elves.
We're going to the island.
The elves.
Oh,
Going
so-
back to Nam.
Oh, that's right. We're going to the. Are we going to the shipyards? to
I'm
figure
sure all
out
of this will
where
be
they were?
explained in the pregame recap.
Well, you guys were moving. I think you guys can decide if you want to go back to the Shattered Isle that got nuked by the Inquisition, or if you guys want to go to the rest of the elves in the Knife Crescent. But it's up to you.
I think Shattered Isle makes the most sense because that's where the nuke went off, and any signs of the undead and the nature of their curse would be there.
Total elf death.
I have a +7 to stealth.
That what do you call them? The Sazarins had like a job for us. I thought.
Yeah.
The job
Dude,
was
this guy's busted.
What guy?
You let me create this character?
Yeah.
It's incredibly cool of you.
Oh yeah, we're all level 3 now. That means if Narath gets killed, I can bring in Kalthos without having to level him down.
I missed that
Pretty
chicken.
neat.
Do I still have that chicken cage?
Okay. I'm ready.
Hell yeah.
All right,
I'm also ready.
the boys are ready.
Glory to the Starfather. Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
Glory to Stranas.
Holy
Chandler's
shit, dude.
Russian.
My bet hit.
Hello. I am a giant lizard man. I am nice except when you make me mad, and then I want to burn house down.
I am nice except when I want to press the intimidate button.
Yeah.
I do not know what
this
means. You
I
are speaking
only-
strange words, Magic Man.
I only intimidate my ally.
I am very good at this.
Yes.
You know how
yeah.
they say, I master a way of American negotiation. Better to be, you know.
The friend of my was it like keep your keep your enemies close and your friends closer.
The friend of me is enemy?
Yeah.
To be
Yes,
Narath's
exactly.
enemy is dangerous. To be Narath's friend is fatal.
Yeah, tell us about
So
it.
true.
To be building Narathazin? Dangerous. Whoa, dude, this is like the inside of a cart.
It
Yeah.
is indeed, sir, a really big card.
We
Yeah.
are
Yes,
we are
huge.
riding in style, comrade.
This is a big ass card. Damn.
Those
Sazarins don't
segregation
spare expenses, brother.
Yeah, man. Tell me
laws. We
about
are
it.
in fantasy limo.
Yeah, huge limo.
This is very
I'm so ready for this.
How does this thing turn?
It's like a train or a semi truck.
Well, I didn't have time to make it work in the way that it's like two. You know those buses that have the rubber band part in the middle?
Yeah,
I was going to basically have 2 different carts. I just didn't have time to whip it up. So
it's okay. This is funnier.
I like this a lot.
Yeah, just like it's gonna take huge turns around corners,
You
knocking
could
over
actually
stalls.
world build this. You could world build this by having it like those in that Warcraft mission where they introduced the Blood Elves and the caravan is like those
Boxes.
gold
it's just
carts that are
rectangles. Yeah.
magic. Yeah,
it's really
that's what this
funny.
is. There's when you go step outside, there's just a mage who drives this, and his whole thing he's just constantly casting levitate again.
Oh, dude, he was prepared. He locked that door. The developer thought of everything.
So you guys have found your way inside a very auspicious Da Sazarin wagon in transit to your destination by the Shattered Elven Isle. In the process, you were told that it's probably best not to show yourselves, considering the 6 of you are outlaws, and that's an orc. And so that would definitely arouse suspicion. But obviously you will be discreetly deposited, across the way of the manor. Or what remains of it anyway. So, during this time, you were also told that it would take some time for the travel. And Genra sort of looks around and immediately takes a seat at the closest to the exit cloth seat that is, indeed very far away from the other side of the wagon, but very close to the exit. And she's fairly silent.
What form am I in currently? I don't know if we left off on that.
I'm pretty sure you were talking to Rink in your, you were talking to the... I'm pretty sure you adopted your default form for the communion for the Draconin, and I don't think you changed forms after that, but if you did, it would have been the human form, like the Nick form or whatever.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know what Blink would do.
Yeah, you gotta
Orcs
rediscover
kinda
Blink,
smell,
dude.
so-
What'd you say?
Let's
Orcs
all
kind
sit
of
around
smell.
Narath. Let's invade Narath's personal space.
Orcs do kind of smell, but horses also smell, so maybe in the middle.
Is this an intervention?
The question is, which one of them poops while walking?
Yes.
Blink's gonna go over here and just observe for a little bit.
Drax and Rowan are dead.
They're surveying the cart.
Yeah, Ro. What would Ro do here? Been so long.
Well, I think the last major thing we left off on as far as character development was Blink and Ro having a race. So maybe Ro would sit next to Blink.
That is true.
Also, I'm near
that
the
makes
orcs,
sense.
so
You have told like some of the people here your backstory. Actually, I think most of them you told about your dad in your clan and all that.
I think I've at least said that my clan is dead and I'm the only one left.
Yeah, and also that you're cursed and all this other stuff. That was in the basement of the manor. So you're on good terms with folks.
The basement of the tavern, I think, right? Tavern basement?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you guys ever went to the basement of the manor besides Blink and Ashtorium when they were sneaking in.
Oh, during that short rest, and when we had the conversation about killing all the elves,
statue
it was
passageway.
spurred on by his cog.
Yeah, like you guys went down the hidden statue passageway and then started fighting and then rested and then went through the portal to get the egg. I remember now.
Yeah.
The fireplace portal, dude. Works every time.
That's right.
Narat's an edgy boy who's sitting away from the party.
Brooding. That's what
Oh yeah, I
that's
think
what Genro was trying to do, but then Silas and everybody else sat down near there.
Telling you it's happening.
I feel like what would happen here is Darks would immediately confront Narath.
They were talking about doing
to
that.
do
Yeah.
so.
On another world.
I even forgot what I would. It's been so long, but I was going to even originally confront him about.
Him being
Well, I confess that I am a slave to an evil lich in front of your elders, and that I am beyond redemption.
Ah, that's right. Yes, you must die.
I also said something along the lines of, congratulations, you passed your test for you choosing to stay the harder course that you didn't want to. Because you confessed to your elders that you just wanted to go home and you were scared and you want someone else to do this, and they sort of cajoled you into going along the path anyway. And then Wrath was visibly disgusted when you were doing that weeping in the tribunal or whatever, but was gladdened when you decided to stay through the course and accepted their wisdom. And so he made a comment that, good job, basically.
Okay, so confront lich man, lich servant. Acknowledgement of honor. There's something else that I originally intended to talk about too, but I can't even remember. Oh, it was probably the fact that, like, you guys have heard me talk like now.
Oh no, you
Yeah.
can't say that. That brings up memories I would rather not remember.
There can only be one shitty StarCraft campaign reference you can play at any moment.
That's right. Only one per campaign, okay?
All right.
That was your
You can wait for the
mistake,
next
though,
campaign
'cause
to be
now I
done.
can bring up shitty Warcraft 3 custom campaign.
I'm pretty sure that we will have Silas decide if his hawk is persuaded by Blink's attempts to get his
See, that's
attention.
a 13. It's pretty decent.
Oh, where is my hawk?
That's a good question. Did you use the ability? The spell?
I can, but I think it will use a spell slot. Hold on.
Just refund the resource.
Its additional spells find familiar. It doesn't look like it needs a spell slot. It's all the way at the bottom of your spell list. And then you just pick Hawk from the list, I think.
Oh my god, he's magicking. Oh.
Oh
Unlicensed
shit,
mage.
he's magic.
Did not give me the option to place anything, even though I took the option.
Oh,
10 out of 10.
there you go. I don't know if you have, like, the ability to move it, but... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Cool.
Okay, what was Blink trying to do?
Just trying to draw it over a little bit. You know, maybe he's got like a seed or something. I think I don't know if I think it's the specific changeling feature I picked. Animals typically are drawn to me a little more. But I think that's supposed to be part of my animal handling. Oh.
So, does the hawk get any impression of what you were trying to lure it over it for?
I don't know. He's just got like a seed in his hand. So.
Okay. I'll say it kind of like wanders a little closer, like looking curiously at the seed.
Blink will chuckle and then he'll throw the seed in the air, like kind of up to see if the hawk will go and get it.
It will try to go after it. Doesn't need to make a check.
I think we can just say that it does, because it's epic.
It's a bird.
It's a bird.
It snatches it right up.
Hell yeah.
Bird Lord of Seeds.
Seed Lord.
Seed Lord, Bird Lord, Seed Bird Lord, Bird Seed.
Less
Lord?
interrupted, Narath is going to attempt to commune with Avina.
Hell yeah, brother. Well, I guess that's down to whether or not Darix is going to interrupt him.
Where is the hawk going?
To interrupt him.
Dark is just watching.
The hawk will kind of hop up to you and look at you curiously as if you may have food.
Narath glowers.
Narath intimidates the hawk. Oh my god, he actually tried to.
He did. He did.
Well,
And
you're all
was
players.
horrendous.
It's a rare fail for a party. Like, normally he's really successful at intimidating party.
Because it's not a true party member.
The
I've got-
hawk, considering your attempted intimidation, looks at you and makes a sound that's kind of like a caw, but it sounds more like, eh?
Eh?
Narath's frown deepens and he sort of nudges the creature away. Like, fuck off.
So I imagine this wagon is not actually this big, and we can actually all we're just basically sitting next to each other. We can all kind of hear each other and everything.
You can hear each other for sure, yeah. There's a lot of
Okay.
seats for you to go after if you want.
Blink, while looking at this, won't turn to Ro to say it. He'll still be looking at it, but he will say to Ro, "Who tries to be mean to a hawk?"
Well, it is Narath.
This is
And
true.
then just kind of shrugs as if that's, explains the whole
He
thing.
just frowned. He didn't, tell it to go kill itself or something.
Yeah, but you're just doing the prickly old guy thing that you always do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like I'm 100.
Yeah.
Yeah. Darks will approach. Well, he will sit next to Narath and look over at him.
Well, Narath looks like he's very deep in thought, and he looks very bitter. So, not much changed.
Yeah, it's a fix to say that just looks like normal.
Well, before he was sort of putting on a show when you first met him, where he was doing the whole "I'm a priestess, a Savras" thing. Like he just looked, vaguely sad, but otherwise, level-headed and wrinkly and ugly. But then once everything was revealed, he was a bit more sour throughout and all that.
Derek's is gonna look over at him. Say, you have much to explain.
Narath looks over at Darax and just nods. He says, "Yes, I do I? I have sworn to you a confession, have I not?"
Confess.
Well, you heard most of it during the tribunal with your elders. I am enslaved to a lich, and I have done terrible things in his service. There is not really much to go over but grisly details. I guess we could start with my true age. My life has been artificially extended for my kind. I entered the Lich's service around over 60 years ago. No, not 60. 24, over 80 years ago. I
hope
should have
that's in
been dead
character.
at least 20.
He's doing it. He's like, how old am I?
Yeah, he's
Um,
just that old.
Yeah, he's old. Darks is gonna ask him one simple question. Why?
Arath goes. His expression softens as if he's reminiscing on something, and then he says, "I had nothing left but vengeance in my heart, and a false notion of duty. I did not know that there were fates worse than death at the time, not truly, and so I saved what I thought I could save." It was a terrible mistake.
Dark sits back and he nods his head. It's a long time to live with that mistake.
Narash shrugs. I had no choice in that particular matter. I have paid dearly, and all I ever cared about is paid. My clan is worse than dead. It is corrupted, enslaved, even though, despite the terms of my pact having expressly forbid it. Yes, he can. Yes, Farron has not. Yes, Farron could not twist their minds, but he has done something far worse. They are willing worshippers of death, and I have been I have been kept away from them. I have been a herald of his destruction, while they have delved further and further into depravity.
Is there no way out? No honorable way?
Death. And Narath says this very resolutely. I will do what honor demands, what penance demands, in the face of, in what in the face of of the burden Astramis has placed before me, and then I will
You
die.
hear Ashtorium say, "You should punch him."
Ro's been listening in pretty intently and starts to walk over.
Wrath glares at Ashtorium. Whatever.
He likes drama, so he's gonna follow Ro.
suppose.
And he's gonna sit and observe once more.
Looking up at the knoll, Normat says, "You've come to listen to an old man?"
I have come to speak with you. You truly believe there is nothing you can do.
You do not have access to the memories like Avina does. Cannot understand what I have done. I was not always the old man you see before you. I was empowered with great and terrible magics once. Things that I cannot fully remember, as in this form at least. That is the only mercy of Farron, you see, is that his warping touch alienates the soul to such an extent that you do not truly recognize those thoughts as yours, those actions.
It sounds like Farron controlled you. Is that accurate?
Indeed. In a way that many cannot imagine. I only learned in time that the nature of my pact was far more restrictive than most of what most would call warlocks. Usually, if you sell your soul to a fiend, you can try and run out on the bargain, even if the being eventually drags you to hell. My terms were more ironclad. I could not conceptualize rebellion. I could not even think in any way other than how to achieve my mission to its fullest extent. In many ways, I was an automaton, no different than the assassin that sits with us now.
Hey, I'm offended.
Blink.
Narath's racist.
Oh, you're talking about the other one. You're talking about Ashtorium.
Yeah,
Ashtorium is a robot, yes. Automaton, whatever like you would like to call him. But he seems autonomous, which is more than what you were afforded, it seems.
Perhaps I have misjudged the being. Nonetheless, I had to serve my master in a totalizing fashion. There was no half-assing the job. There was no subverting from within. No, there was only doing it to the best, absolute best of my ability at all times. This is why I was so amazed when I suddenly did not feel it. When I felt the ability to choose.
Right. I understand that you had little choice in your past. It sounds like you have choice now.
Dark nods his head.
It would be more accurate to say that the one choice that ever mattered saw that the rest did not.
Right. You made a mistake. And I have seen the consequences of making such mistakes. But you have, for the first time, the ability to choose differently. those who have made the same mistake, they do not usually have such a luxury.
Narath grows thoughtful for a moment and says, "Perhaps time will tell whether you are correct. I do not truly believe that I have a choice. My actions demand but one path, and that is the path of seeing this mission through, of seeing that the dragon egg is safe,
Are
which
we
we have
actually?
done, but truly safe, freed of its curse. Then there is only one answer for the crimes. I must go before the gates of Astramis, and I must witness them shut before me one final time. And I will burn within whatever hells await."
Darks narrows his eyes and responds with a sharp no. Who are you in your pride to make such an assessment? Astramis alone makes that judgment, not you. You have committed grievous sins, but you now, from Astramis' mercy, have been given a chance to repent, to live righteously, to live well. That alone will make over all of the evils that you have done. To take your own life out of prideful despair and shame, that is not penance. That is your attempt to escape.
Narath, well, let's see. Oh, how good is it? Where's my thing here? Narath is very visibly, very clearly angry. He's his face is tight, his bony, almost skeletal features, boring into you. As he says, "And who are you who has not lived what I have? Who has not had his soul torn and pieced together? Who has not gazed into the heart of the Nexus and seen what the full extent of the Master's work? Who are you to say such things, such naive, foolish things? I have exterminated, and I have exterminated clans of innocent and guilty alike. Though I do not wield such powers now, know that I have done much more terrible things than what our elvish hosts have even dreamed. They have put together monsters, and just as I have. Only they have not been as successful in their butchery."
Narath,
His, oh, you gonna say something, Ro? I was gonna.
yeah. Narath, do you truly believe that you are the only one who has suffered as such, and who believes themselves a monster?
No, of course not. Merely recognize what must be done with such creatures. Just as it would have been righteous for my master to put down necromantic filth when he still lived, it is righteous that another strike me down for those same crimes.
Ro simply shakes his head. and says, "For one who has been given a miraculous second chance, you seem quite intent on throwing it away."
Darks nods.
It would not be justice if I did not. It would not be justice if I did not put an end to the horror. It would not be.
You,
It would not be right.
you are not the arbiter of justice. Astramus is the arbiter of justice. And only Astramus.
Darux, I do not think he understands what justice is. Justice is not necessarily punishment or revenge. Though I, like you, wish for revenge, I also wish for justice. And justice, well, it is ensuring safety and protection for those around you.
Justice and mercy are not separate from one another. They're intertwined. The Astramus has sought to give you this chance. A chance that so many others will never have.
I would like to know
Narath,
something, Narath. If you had the opportunity to somehow free your clan, would you take that chance? Or would you punish them with death and eternal damnation instead?
Narath just looks very. He's not hiding. He's very, very sad at the mention of his clan, and he says, he looks at the ground, and he says, "Do not torment me so. You do not know what you speak. No,
Oh,
there is no such hope. So do not pretend."
Dark says, "For what do you lose in hope?"
What did you
I suppose
lose
he
in hope?
fears disappointment.
And what of it? Life is disappointment. Life is pain and suffering.
You
But
do not
hope,
think I know this? I do not fear disappointment. I simply know what lies in their hearts. For while I was an unwilling slave, they throw themselves, oh so happily, before the master. They, the grave-born, who deny their own dead the righteous burial right, the burial rites, and offer them to the lich, so that they may walk in eternal damnation within his hordes. They who would seek to build a god in the frozen heart of my homeland. No. There is no redemption for them. I sold them into his service when I, in my foolishness, handed over the most precious of lives, the unborn. When I handed them over for a promise that he would give my clan life. Oh, he did. Oh, yes, life indeed. And in their life he took their very souls. Not through magic, but through simple influence.
And you
He
truly
is
believe
their
there is not one among them who could be saved?
If there is, I have not met him in all of my life. And I have borne witness to their acts. But I have never been allowed to preside over them as a true patriarch. I have led them. I have seen what they take joy in, what they demand as prizes for their service. I will not trouble you with the thought. I will not trouble you with the details. I will give you that mercy despite you denying me it.
Let me tell you something, Narath. What is left of my people are but the screams of agony trapped within my own mind. Even in death, they continue to suffer. And there is, as far as I can tell, nothing I can do for them. All I can do is try to tune them out as I attempt to sleep. But even then, I have not given up hope. One day, I may find a way to at least put them to rest, to allow them the peace that they deserve.
And how
Stop at
many
nothing.
years would it take for that hope to erode, young Ro? How many lifetimes before you give up when the screams keep coming day and night and day and night? I have lived with my actions for far beyond your years. You
This may be true.
You who would seek to judge my decision could not understand. I once thought as you did, as both of you did, and then I lived.
If you
And then,
despair, you've already lost. He has won. Not only has he destroyed your people, he's destroyed your soul, and you have freely given it to him.
Yes,
That is the victory.
he has
That
won. He won when he killed my dragon. He won when my dragon was slain by the Ruby Savages. He won when I led his acolytes into the sacred crypts of those who once I called brothers in arms. He won when he bound Caraxes to his will and scourged the continent of life. Yes, he has won, and now there is only one prize I can deny him, and that is my life. I better to give my soul to Asmodeus, to take what little remains of it and send it to the hells, than to allow him another day of mastery over me. If I can send some of my clan to him before doing so, then glory. Then there is glory in that. But do not be mistaken. Once my duty is done, once I have done all I can to kill, to destroy those monsters that I created for him, then I must die. It is the only victory left to me.
Narath, killing yourself and your kin does nothing. It does not stop your master. It doesn't even slow his plans. If he is as powerful and as influential as you make him out to be, he will simply find someone else, someone desperate to make a deal, to replace you. And he will continue to grow your clan whereas that you could possibly fell on your own. So you would
Alright.
die for nothing.
He would die to
Alright.
make himself feel better.
I would die to deny himself a plaything. Yes.
He has many more. Does he not?
Oh yes. I am far from the most prized possession of his. But I am nonetheless a favored pawn to torment and torture. If the most I can ever do is inconvenience him, then I am none. Then fair. Then that is what. Then it is what it is. I am duty bound to resist in what ways I can, even if that way is. And he looks at both of you for a moment before he says the words, pathetic.
What greater inconvenience could there possibly be than to live and to fight and to upturn everything that he has done and to trust in what is good and what is true and what is beautiful? Even after everything that he has done, there can be no greater inconvenience, no greater victory.
There is no victory against that creature, Norath says, and he again
Then what?
looks. He sort of puts his head in his hands, and just sort of stares at the ground. And he says, "There can be no victory against such reckless hate."
So that's it. All of life is simply doomed because your master is unstoppable. Is that what you truly believe?
I do not know. There are great evils at work in this day. I would not be surprised if there were something more terrible in him. For my homeland, for my clan, yes, there is no victory left to us. You are looking at the ghost of the long dead, yet to be put to rest. Nothing more. There is no life, no hope. When it comes to us, to me. The gods will do what is needed. They will cleanse this earth if it falls to ruin. Or at least that is what my Drake speakers warned of. That we were the stewards who held off the end days, and that terrible things may awaken an end to that. But I would not say that he is the apocalypse, no. He is to destroy what he did, took everything. That I know. There is a reason why he sleeps within the Nexus. Why he sends agents and gazes at the stars rather than leading the hordes. There's a reason why the dead do not stir. I am simply not privy to why.
Dark sleep.
So you agree that he can be stopped?
By greater men than I, yes.
And become greater? I do not understand.
Norath holds up his withered arms and says, "What do you think will become of me when his magics fully unwind? Do you think that this old man, propped up by nothing but false life, will be of any use? Even if the
Yes.
impossible happened and all the terrible work upon my soul is undone, of what use is one bitter old man? One Lost old man.
Then be an old man and not a bitter, lost old man. That you can do.
The elders are usually responsible for mentoring those younger than themselves, those less experienced. But it seems you are unwilling to play that part, Narath.
What young are there for me? What young would wish to be led by such a mistake? I had my chance to lead, to be a true patriarch, to make one final stand and die nobly, alongside those precious eggs, dying in vain perhaps to guard them against the horrors. But instead I chose to bargain. I, the last commander, chose to enslave us all.
Then become a patriarch to others, not of your kin.
Even if you made a mistake, there is still experience and value in that. You can teach others not to follow your path.
Darks leans his head back against the canvas of the wagon. And he starts to kind of rub his scaly hands together. And he says, evil, what is it at its heart? It's petulant. It is like an angry child with a temper, bitter and envious of all that is good and beautiful and true. When faced with its own insecurities, it screams and it throws a tantrum. Evil is the language of the powerless. A tyrant is a man who is meant to be a servant but has turned away. A lecher is a man who is meant to love but has turned away. By this measure, we know that goodness is always a greater and more than evil. It must be, because evil is nothing. Evil has no essence of its own. It is merely the privation of the good. This means always that not only is evil losing, it has lost and will lose. How can a thing which cannot overcome a thing which is? How can unreality be more than reality?
Arath sort of looks derisively and says, spoken like a true white scale. You would do your elders proud with your preaching, but do not waste it upon me any longer. You will not undo 80 years of thought with a single speech, young blood.
I would
You will
not
not undo 80 years of terrible action. I am touched by your care. And I pray with all that is left to me, that in the end I am wrong and you are right. But I will not risk embracing delusion a second time. Not after all it has cost me.
take
So go.
that spark, that seed, that admission that just left your mouth, that admission that it could be. Take that and let it grow. Let it overcome the despair that has swallowed you. The light of Astramus, it illuminates you right here, right now. The Starfather's grace is upon you. His wings outstretched. His head down. All you need to do to win, to claim victory, is to just not give up. You do this, you do this, and you have made that lich into nothing more than a sniveling, pathetic, spoiled brat.
Naras just sort of stares at you for a long moment. His frown remains static. But he does not scoff at you like you may have perhaps expected. And he... how would he do? How would he respond to that? The elders of my time spoke of how Farron began. He was a son of a Okar king. The humans who had saved my dragon, so many ages ago. He indeed did begin as a petulant child. He was born, they say, cursed with a mana sickness of one form, as was common in his era. He sought the ways of undeath to avoid it, for not even our dragon could undo it. I agree with you, Ferax, that there is a deep-seated petulance within the corrupted and the evil. But I do not think it is so simple as simply living with it. We are judged for what we destroy. To partake in evil, unwillingly or otherwise, is to stain one's soul. And there I do believe that there is a point of no return. Where there is too much marked upon thee to truly say that even a life lived in repentance can be good after it has done so much. Only the gates of Astramus will be able to answer who is right in that regard. And I do not think that we will be able to settle the debate in the back of some assassin's cart.
Darts nods. You alright? All the more then that we should live as if hope and perfect justice is true. If we do this and we die and it is not true, then we have lived a good and righteous life. We have done right by others and ourselves. And if we live as we ought, and it is true, then, well, We have earned our just reward. There is no loss in hope. Not in princes, not in kings, not in ourselves, but in Nostradamus.
Narath remains impassive as he says, "Then we shall see. Let us first focus on fulfilling our oaths and what honor demands. And then when it's all said and done, perhaps we will readdress the topic of my execution."
This more than satisfies Darks, and his eyes very clearly soften, and he nods. And then he says, now it is my turn. You have bared your heart and soul. I beg your forgiveness for my anger and my harsh judgment upon you. It was petulant. I did not know. I made assumptions. And I let my own anger and my self-righteousness speak for me. So pray, forgive me.
Looks like Narath BRP'd. You'll
Yeah,
have to.
BRP.
You'll have to.
Yeah,
Yap
so.
at him later on.
Yeah.
Astorium got hit with the Windows updates.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that makes sense. Automatons gotta have their updates. Hardware
That is
updates.
true.
He's going from punch 10 to punch 11.
Alright,
Yep.
I'm back.
10%
Night City
more
Bird.
resist after this update. Against who? Nobody knows.
Is there any way that Blink would be able to find out how much longer they have?
For the journey, you could
Yeah.
ask the driver. Past row. There's a little cloth curtain you can move to the side to go talk to him.
Narath, did you hear what Dark said?
Yeah, he will say. Let's see. Narath's features noticeably soften. It's probably the first kindness he's actually received in a long time. So he will say, "You owe me no apology, young blood. But should you But I will accept it nonetheless, should it make you feel at peace."
Dark Sir respectfully inclines his head.
Looking to the knoll, Mara says, "Is there anything else you seek, noble Ro?"
No, I believe that I am also satisfied with how our conversation has gone.
I will be. I will make this promise to you that so long as duty allows, I shall do all I can to aid the plight of you and your lost clan.
I can't
Thank
speak
you.
to that.
I greatly appreciate that. It is, well, my greatest desire to put them to rest.
Norath leans back in his seat and says, I feel the thoughts of Avina within my mind. If you will both excuse me to commune in peace. And he closes his eyes.
Understood. I will probably continue conversing with Dorux.
How much longer?
Man turns his head to regard you. He looks like an ordinary, well-built man. Not one that you can recognize in service to Da Sazarin, but clearly knows his way around the wagon here, as he has been driving for some time already. And he says, "Oh, right there. We're probably going to be there in about an hour. You are headed to the Shattered Isle, right?" His accent is very unfamiliar to you.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Right then. Did you need any refreshments?
What might you have?
What might you want?
A water is fine.
Without even needing to look at you, the man snaps his fingers behind his back, and manifesting there is a sort of a water skin that seems quite full, and he's clearly offering it to you.
Taking it, Blink will say, "That's impressive. Could you do that sort of thing with, like, a salad?"
Why, yes. Is that what you're looking for? And without even waiting for confirmation, he snaps his fingers again, and a well-plated, well-presented salad appears in his hand. He's holding it almost like a waiter, but backwards still, so it's even more impressive physically.
I think Derek's needs a juice box.
Taking,
I mean, he wouldn't
taking the
mind just-
salad, Blink will say, "That might have been more impressive. Thank you again."
I don't mention it. Unless you want others to get some, then do mention it. I'll be here.
Blink will return with his salad and water and sit across from Narath. Narath will notice the comedy of anytime Blink accidentally touches a leaf, it dies, and he looks slightly disappointed at it.
He has to put on gloves to eat the salad.
Yeah.
Use a fork.
Sorry, I was paying attention. What about Narath and salad?
Blink is sitting across from you with a salad and water that he seemingly got from somewhere in the front room where the driver is. And every time he touches the salad by accident, like accidentally makes contact with a leaf, it dies, and he looks slightly disappointed at it. This happens a couple times.
Norath has his eyes closed, but we'll say he hears the frustrated blink and opens an eyelid for a second before quickly closing it. What's your passive perception?
You're lying about a blink?
He's trying to be. It's probably like sleight of hand more than anything.
What's your passive perception? I'm not.
How does that work?
It should be on your
He's
side.
deceptively
10
blinking.
plus your perception bonus.
10 plus my perception bonus?
Yeah.
That's 13. So you barely pass.
You do not notice the slight smirk that plays across Norath's lips.
If he had rolled just sleight of hand, you would have noticed, by the way.
Blink in between bites. We'll go. So, Norath, what about this chicken guy?
Dark side.
Norath now noticeably frowns. Let me finish typing this for just 1 second.
I have a feeling that Blink is going to bother a couple people with this next few questions.
Like we just got done, man. We just got
Mhm.
done.
Oh, buddy, you're
Norath
next.
frowns deeply as he opens his
Oh,
eyes
buddy, you're
to blink. And he says, "Chicken man." And then then he really, really frowns and he says, "You mean Farron?"
His mouth is like full of food, and he goes, "Yeah."
What did you possibly want to know, assassin?
Okay, so then he swallows. How did you end up serving a chicken?
He's not first. Norath, it's like he's talking to a retarded child that he knows he shouldn't drink. And he says, "Firstly, changeling. He's not a chicken. He merely possessed a chicken as a vessel for his will. I believe he was perhaps attempting to commune with me covertly, since he noticed that he had lost direct control over my soul. Secondly, I came into his service over 80 years ago, when I was a young man and my clan had just been slaughtered by a foreign tribe. I do
Ashtorian
not
asks
know.
if he was a chicken then.
You guys are just like poor Norath, like take this beautiful character moment. Oh shit! Your suffering means nothing. My funny bone needs to be titillated.
It's correct.
That
It does need to
advantage
be
was
typical.
purely because Darax had his little pep talk earlier. It will not exist going forward. Norath flowers, but otherwise he remains oddly level-headed as he says, "No, he was not a chicken. In fact, he was once a man. Human. Flesh and blood. Although that was far before even my time. My grandfather's grandfather would have been perhaps a man who stewarded under his youngest brother."
Blink with a moment of, I guess, you would see a look of understanding, and you'll come to realize with the words that he's about to speak that they're almost rather adult for him. He'll say, "Yeah, I didn't like it. He really just ruined a lot of lives, and I don't want to make fun of the chicken thing. It's just, well, I'm used to not knowing anything's true form, so the only thing I've seen him as is a chicken. So it was a genuine question."
Norath's expression is not soured at you. He's not angry anymore. It softens, but then returns to a very bitter melancholy as he says, "He is no longer a man now. He is beyond such things. His
Well-
form is what he desires it to be, and what his phylactery allows."
Well, I'll leave that one rest. I guess to pass the time, I keep hearing the name Astramus, and he turns to Darix, saying, so Astramus is a god, correct?"
No, it is heaven.
So Astramus is a place.
Yes, I believe it is a place. That's what I've gathered.
He nods. Yes, it is where the drakes reside, and above them, something greater.
Is that the Star Father you spoke of?
He nods his head. Yes. He well, go ahead.
Oh. No, that's fine.
Are there any known drakes
Darks.
among the living, I mean?
What do you mean? There are 12, right? Yeah.
Yep.
DM.
Yep.
Yeah. There are 12. They're known.
They don't always make like they once always had physical form in the material plane, and now it's much more rare, which is why the discovery of eternity was so monumental.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what he's asking. This guy doesn't know what a drake is. Yeah, in character.
Would I know all of the ones that would still have physical form, if there are any?
There weren't any, to your knowledge, and to your elders' knowledge.
Okay. All drakes reside within Astramus at this time, as far as is known.
Oh, but eternity now, right?
He nods. Yes. Yes, eternity. This is a grace indescribable.
Well, a monumental moment, to be sure. I'm sure you are proud of the way you and your people have handled it so far.
He looks down. In this, yes, I am. I came here on pilgrimage Not at all with any grand notion or quest, but Providence, it called. I obeyed.
I understand that feeling, Astroium says.
Oh. Do you?
It's how I was made. And he doesn't look
Ooh.
like he's going to elaborate.
Yeah. Okay, well. The Dark accepts this. He doesn't press. If he doesn't want to tell, he won't ask. He puts his head back against the wall again. Kind of stares up at the canopy. Looking suddenly very tired.
Blink, anyone watching will see him place his like salad plate and water skin down next to him on his left. And he'll kind of blink a couple times and then say, I wish I knew where my people were. Truth be told, I barely know what I am.
I had been very curious. I've never seen anything quite like you, Blink.
Nor have I.
I've known simply the name Changeling a couple times, but I know not the origins or the true power connected.
Do you wish to know about your people and where you come from?
It's a topic of curiosity, I suppose, but it's truly a slippery slope, I guess. What if my people are a bunch of losers who just left me behind in this realm or this city, and I don't know if I want to know that answer.
You are afraid that they abandoned you.
Well, it certainly seems that way when everyone has described you as being dropped on the doorstep and, you know, seems like an abandonment.
I will not
do
pretend
not-
to know much about the nature of changelings, young Blink, but I will say this. Whatever your fears, it is better to know than to not know. Their sins or yours will not disappear simply by ignoring them. You must come to terms. You must find the truth before the falsehoods consume you.
He mentally chews on this for a while and then abruptly says, I wonder if that's what happened to Slinter. He is crazy at times. Forgets who he is.
We have not properly addressed all of our various passengers, have we? I know
No, I don't
Darax
believe
is
so.
occasionally. What is the nature of this Slinter, other than his apparent bouts of madness? Darax says with a bit of worry on that last part.
Internally, Blink is not sure how to answer this, as Slinter has said some not very kind things about some rather integral parts of the people around him. Blink will again mentally chew on the words and then say, he's predictably unpredictable. And he really doesn't like elves or pretending to be an elf. But it seems as the more I ask of him, the more he is required, the less he remembers. Sometimes he'll just see a dog, and then the mental image of him will become a dog. And then it's almost like he forgets his true form and stays a dog a little too long, until he's reminded of who he is.
Is
Also, I
it
believe he's
normal
very
for your
old.
kind to become beasts?
No, but it's not entirely.
Then could he be perhaps a magic user? Either a wizard capable of casting polymorph in his previous life, or perhaps even a member of a druidic order.
It's possible, but there's also just the possibility that being a spirit messes with the rules a little bit.
Marak nods. Genra's conversation is absolutely adorable.
Eh.
It's just the most earnest little, I don't fucking understand anything.
It's starting to warm. Alright. Well, I'm just saying that you may have wasted all that food.
Darks actually looks down over at Silas and Genra. Well, I kind of tilts his head. His tail thumps on the wagon floor. I have never seen an orc before. Then again, I never saw anything except fellow Draconin until I arrived. I heard of them and the returning tales of pilgrims. Spoke of great green men and women, almost in the same stature and size as we, Draconin. Are they all so... He pauses, searching for the correct, polite term. And finally he settles on different.
At the mention of orc, the most disgusted look you've ever seen on a rat's face comes on to it. It's like if the Grim Reaper suddenly wanted to both retch and really, really, really take his time with the next victim. With
DM,
a
can you
very
check
bitter
threads?
tone, the Wrath says, "In my experience, they are the useful idiots of evil. Barbarians, incapable of anything great. I only spared her in those caves due to a desire for information."
Well, Dark says, funny. Providence has seen fit to spare her, just as it saw fit to spare you. It does not seem to me so implausible that if you might be made to do good, then she too could.
We do not truly know this woman. It could just be that she is just as tainted as I, and another mistake in waiting. Only time will tell, young Darax.
Or perhaps she will be an instrument of great good. Yes, time will tell. There is no point amusing on the worst of things. She does seem curious and sincere.
She seems to seek to serve the same god as Silas. And so far, Silas has been nothing but helpful.
He has much patience.
His order is one of restraining the greatest excesses of magic. And so it is typically a force for good. But I am skeptical of a creed that is merely one of neutrality and maintenance. One must move boldly while one has the strength to do righteous things, and cannot be bound too much by restraint. For to fail to act is often just as terrible as acting incorrectly.
Those are some impressive rules.
Well, wisdom, he said.
Blink, with the silence, will trying to fill it. He looks a little excited, I guess, if anyone's looking, and he'll say, "Anyone want to answer a question about curses for me?"
Well, I am cursed, but I do not understand them.
Yeah.
The Wrath just gives you a long look.
Like, here we go. Darks is like the only one not cursed.
You
I
it
realized
seems
that-
you're in a room of experts today. He mutters darkly.
I realize the sorts of toes I could be stepping on. I mean nothing by it. It's just one time I had this very long and drawn out contract, and it ended with me killing this. And you will watch as he changes into a lanky, red, horned being. I believe it was called a Fate Lot?
Darks
The Wrath
never
spits on
will.
the ground on the caravan floor.
Darks never gets over this. He just like winces.
The sounds of bones snapping and sinew extending.
Yeah, he's just like, you could just describe it instead. He says.
But
The
picture is so
pre-damned,
much better.
I have encountered a few.
It looks to be related to demons to me, but I assume Nerath would know even more.
Hey, the Wrath's not a
The Wrath
demon.
would know, but
I don't think.
his controller doesn't really know much about the beta race right now.
Well, Narath would know that
Narath had to
they
cope with demon summoners.
Narath would know that they had made some pact in their lineage prior to being born that twisted them into some kind of demonic form. So that's probably like the main thing you would point out.
The sins of their forefathers and themselves are so great as to be implanted before their conception. Whatever evil deeds were done to bring them into this world on behalf of the hills, taint them from birth. I do not know about this specific fate lot, for it is my understanding that there are several variations. Many are unique. But I do recognize their twistedness among the living.
Panically, Blink winces and changes back very quickly to Nick. And he says, "That made Splinter very mad. But back to what you were saying. So their ancestors did something so bad that they also were fate lots?"
Specifically, they struck a bargain. Except, whereas a warlock does the... And Narath says this with some very heavy irony. Noble thing of assuming the cost personally. The fate lot was the bargain struck with the progenitor of the fate lot. Has their children pay the price instead. Now you can be turned into one by demons of sufficient power, but it is more common to be born corrupted, in my experience.
I see. So,
It seems there are many that are cursed in this world.
Blink,
It's a dark
looks-
expression on his face.
Blink looks very earnestly confused about something, but he is not speaking.
You said Splinter was angry about this. Care to elaborate? There may be a clue as to his exact identity based on those details.
He just started growling and then said that the demon-blooded must die.
Well, Splinter must not like me, huh?
Your kind are much diluted, bro. Fate lots are different. They are the closest thing you can get to a demon on this plane without being bound without coming from the hills themselves.
Blink goes
You are
back to
right.
looking confused.
Your bestial lot has more agency.
Well, that is good to hear from myself.
It is good to know at least that he is no friend of demons. Although perhaps that is to be expected. Now, it is my understanding, and he looks to Ashtorium, that you have a dwarf inside of you, Machine Man.
Oh, I couldn't say where he is. I just know that he's somewhere.
Norath raises an eyebrow. Are you implying that he is free to move about in ways that the rest of ours aren't?
He can go places.
Narath gives
Yeah,
like
he's-
a look of go on.
He's a pretty nice guy too. He promised to help me make a gun.
What is a gun?
I actually don't know if Blink knows what a gun is either. But I think
He's
I-
like, he
I-
told me no. That sounds
Yeah,
cool.
the spirit. I believe
You
the
know what
spirit
a
calls it
cannon
that,
is?
right?
He probably everybody else would probably think of it as a cannon, like that's what Blink must mean, which would probably be very confusing because like you don't have a ship, so where are you going to put that?
Yeah, bombards are huge, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just carry one of those around.
What
So
piece
would I
of it
know
did I
what a gun
find?
is, or do I just think of it as a cannon?
Yeah, you would assume it's a cannon, unless you
Uh,
like you can use that role when Blink shares more details, but baseline you're assuming it's a cannon.
Can you describe what the hell a gun is?
Yeah. It seems a little improbable for assassination, I would think.
What piece? I have a piece of it, right? Which is why the whole conversation started with the
Yeah.
spirit.
Correct.
He'll take out the piece and he'll say, "Well, he said I needed a few more pieces like this that I found on that one dwarf friend of ours, and he could help me create what he called a gun, and it was described to me as like a I don't really know, so like I guess a smaller cannon." More angry bow.
You see Ashtorium do finger pistols.
A
Interesting.
small cannon within the hand. Will wonders never cease?
Wait until Ashtorium gets firearms.
Ah,
The flame arms.
flame knives,
Flame arms.
flame arms.
Hey, we already reached
Sounds like
our
an
shitty
upgrade.
campaign quota.
Well, the reason
One.
the reason Lucy was talking about that is because he's Ashtorium, and that's from Flame Knives.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
Astorian.
No, Astorium. So stupid.
Eh.
And what of the warrior in your head, young Darax?
Kanakon is a, shall we say, he speaks little. He is, I believe the correct term is laconic.
Oh, did you see his response?
I did.
Okay.
yeah.
Wait, what did you say? Sorry, I was reading.
Dark said that he's laconic.
He's draconic?
Laconic.
It's laconic, man.
That means he's concise. He does not speak very often. When he does, it's like kind of like a sentence or two, and that's it.
Gotcha.
Like, Spartans
Interesting,
were-
considering how many times
laconic.
he's spoken through your mouth unbidden.
What do you mean?
You do not recall.
Oh,
There have been several points where in victory he has exclaimed one phrase or another. I only assumed you were aware.
Are you thinking of?
I-
Are you thinking of the dwarf?
No. Kennekan spoke through Darax at least one time.
that is true. He did.
I do remember him speaking at least one time. I don't know if it was a victory thing, though.
I thought it was a
I
victory.
think it was going to
in,
say a warning, right?
I think it was during the egg battle, actually.
Yeah, I can't remember, but yeah, I do remember Kennegon speaking to him. Now, whether Dark's actually like even recognize that as like Kennegon or himself, that might be up for debate. Dark looks thoughtful. He does not usually speak unless I ask something of him.
I bet Splinter would never speak out of my mouth.
And good thing, too.
Yes, he's not very nice about... Well, it's not that he's not very nice. He's just ingrained in his beliefs.
Well, that I can respect.
Yes, it's his beliefs that you might not.
Dark circles.
Arath opens up a tin of canned meat or dried meat or whatever and begins eating.
Oh, don't eat that. We have much better food. And he'll disappear from...
Arath, it looks like he's about to say something, but once you go behind the door, he simply frowns and he says to the rest of the party, "He's wasting his time. I hope you all are ready to accept some. I hope you all are ready to eat it instead."
Hello, driver.
Right then, what can I do you for?
I would like the most exquisite meat for my fellow passengers.
Oh, big order.
He just does it. Magic meat.
What follows is something that requires the man to turn fully around and sit facing you. And after much ado, he eventually is able to conjure up like a proper, like two different, really big metal tins that have like the big plate and then like the... I'm trying to think of the word right now. It's the thing that you have to take the dish cover off of in order to reveal it, that they have in swanky, like, medieval places and stuff. Anyone know what I'm talking about?
Platter?
Yeah, it's the platter cap, though. It's like the thing that you don't actually know what's in it. What'd you say?
Oh, yeah. I don't know the name of it, though.
I just call it the lid.
Sure, the platter lid. So, that's pretty, yeah.
You come out with a fucking 7-course meal, and everyone's gonna be like, "No."
It's called the cloche.
Ah, okay. Well, the cloche... See, we're getting cultured today. The two cloches obscure food, but you can smell it already, and it's mouthwatering, even for someone who doesn't typically consume meat.
Do they pay you enough?
You don't want to know.
What did he say?
They don't pay me enough.
He said you don't want to know.
Oh, yeah, I know.
That could mean he's either loaded or he's...
Yeah, it's very ambiguous.
Yeah. Yeah, very ambiguous. Yeah.
It could be so much that it's gross.
That's a 12, by the way.
Just for a
I
carriage
could pay
driver.
enough of a small village.
How much
I
money
spend
does he
it on the
make?
gambling booths, though.
Ballpark?
He said he left it ambiguous. He's not going to tell you.
Well, no,
Yeah,
he
that's why
did
it's
the
12.
insight. Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say that this guy's got some... He's probably doing fine. He's probably doing pretty good.
What if he's doing an undercover boss on us? Looks like the
He's
CEO.
actually the
So-
leader of the entirety of Da Sazarin.
So,
He's the king. He's
you
the
get-
king.
You get paid a lot of money to drive around and summon magical food, which is epic. And I probably have less money than you, and I've killed a lot of people. Good day.
Ho ho! You and me both, lad. Have a good one.
Blink
Master
returns.
assassin and chef.
Hell yeah. That's future Blink when he wants to retire.
Yeah, he's on the retirement fund. He doesn't actually
Yeah, exactly.
need money. He just does this.
Assassin, magic chef, carriage driver. I mean, what can't this man do?
Yeah,
He
exactly.
just moonlights as the carriage driver.
Blink,
just to
Blink
have-
will return with 2 platters of food and say, seriously, we must eat better. That guy makes a lot of money.
Like,
And-
he just
He'll place them. He'll place both of the platters down on this seat, and he'll unlid them, uncap them, and say, "So who wants what?"
Yeah, there's like a very perfectly seasoned and roasted aromatic herb turkey, and then there's like like several different layers of very exquisitely cooked marinated steak, like 6 or 7 different steaks just kind of stacked up.
Rose losing his mind.
Dark stares, like mouth watering.
Rose's eyes grow to the size of dinner plates.
Narath munches on his fantasy equivalent of Nutriloaf.
He's the stoic. No, I won't be tempted. No.
No, it's actually the opposite. But it's okay.
Ashtorian takes off one of those little handheld oil dispensers from the platter and starts oiling his joints.
And
Olive oil.
got
with him up.
him.
Dark stands up and without any pretense, he just like walks over and he just like picks up a steak and just puts the whole thing in his big draconic mouth. I know.
Blink
No
is-
table manners.
Blink is gonna sit next to the platters as the 2 indulge themselves, and he'll look at Narath, and he'll think silently. Simply for not eating this food, your children will be fatalots.
Dark's like whirls around and like holds out a big old chicken leg to Narath. It's like greasy and stuff. He holds it out. He's like, "Rrr," and he's like, eat. And he like walks over and he shoves it in his hand. He's like, no, Nutriloaf, throws it to the ground. Eat meat.
I like to think that
frowns and he says, "It would be wasted on me, young blood."
Yeah, Dark's like smacks the back of his head and shows the thing. Eat. Puts it against this now. Eat.
Narath frowns deeply, grabs the wrist of Darax, and says forcefully, "No, you do not understand. I am physically incapable of enjoying what you are putting before me. A side effect of the magics that run through my veins. It is the same reason why I cannot appreciate the colors of a beautiful painting anymore.
Dark snares
My
his eyes.
senses are different."
Yeah, but it's like, hold up. Oh, I can taste. Sure.
I like to think that Ro walked over and just took a whole turkey.
Oh, he's got the whole. Yeah, he's got the whole
Yeah,
turkey.
he
in
just
his
took took the whole turkey, bones and everything, just
Yeah, you have,
straight
like,
into his face.
You have 2 like 7 foot tall beastmen just like shoving
Devouring.
food down there going, yeah. Like he's all over his nice white tabard. It's just like grease. He stands there looking at Nara while, like, on his other hand, he's eating another one. It's like,
What was the response? Sorry, I was typing.
I don't
he's
think
still, like,
I don't think Darek said had a response. He was too busy enjoying the food.
yeah, he's
Oh,
like
okay.
staring
Yeah, he
down.
goes back to one. Yeah, so Narath lets go of his hand though, and it says, "Although Avino raises a good point," and he stands up and he marches over and he grabs a small portion and then he tastes and then he puts it in his mouth. Now he remains as totally stoic as he does this, but he's paying attention to see if Avina experiences something different than himself.
Yeah, she seems very pleased, and it's like you hear like a sigh of true satisfaction.
Ah.
It
Okay.
seems
Oh.
that my spirit is not afflicted by the same malady. He then drops the fantasy hardtack on the ground, and then takes a much larger portion of the assembled meats. And then looking to Blink with a genuine look of gratitude, he says, "Thank you for your kindness, Master Blink." And then he moves to sit down again.
Darks is elated. Food sharing in his culture is very important, and this is like the first time that they've actually been able to do this, and everyone seems to be in a relatively good mood. And he's eating big giant chicken legs, so
Yeah.
all in all, a pretty pleasant, happy, white scaled Draconin. Existential dread is right now just in the back of his mind and at the forefront. So,
Hell yeah.
hell yeah, we love little victories like that.
So
He's
everyone's
going
going to
to
see.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was going to say, everyone's going to see that Ro, who he had chewed somewhat on the giant turkey that he just shoved into his mouth, but now he is going to. At first, it'll seem like he's struggling, but he will successfully swallow the entire turkey, bones and all, down into his belly, and then will burp loudly.
Does the chicken have to
Does
be
it taste
alive
better
to
than
allow it to
Heretic?
control it?
Wait, what did Ashtorium ask?
This is out of character, but does the chicken have to be alive for the lich to control it? Can the stomach, can the swallowed chicken be used as an avatar remotely?
What do you think, Shambler? Can the Lich control inanimate entities?
I think
I don't think the
Lich
Lich would ever leave him
has to
alone.
be before it's
Shouldn't
cooked.
make a difference.
I feel like he's only ever used living entities to communicate, but
Yeah.
and dreams, horrifying dreams.
And
No, I think it would have to be living because I killed the chicken.
And that stopped
Yeah.
it, yeah.
That had
If
stopped
he
it,
could control
so-
That is
Or
the
maybe-
objective
maybe if you eat
reason.
the
Yeah.
chicken, maybe if you eat the cursed chicken, he can send you dreams.
Yeah, but you guys didn't eat the cursed chicken, so it's fine.
Yeah, so we're good. Unless this chicken happened to be that one.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Roll
we
a
have no
bad
we have no idea where this guy's getting the food from.
Roll 1d100. If it's a 1, oh no!
Well, no one rolled a one, so
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Silas, you'll notice that Genra starts to become a little bit less focused as the smells of food waft over.
Blink will sort of combine the two, like, not combine, but he'll like fill like there's probably one platter that's more full than the other, and he'll kind of move some of it over, and then he'll take what's left of that one, and he'll bring it down to the other two to make sure they eat as well.
Genra rises and immediately moves to grasp one of the steaks and begins gnawing on it.
I like the idea that Darks follows.
Yeah. This is like the first time any of you guys have ever seen Darks display like anything at all, like outside of like his temper a few times, of like really composed, like stoicism in regards to like pleasure. But he's really none of that here. None of that here at all.
Yeah, he's
Ro's
feasting.
actually looking at Darks confused.
He grabs another. He grabs a whole turkey leg. Just rips that meat clean off with his sharp teeth. He taps Silas on the shoulder with a greasy finger, or a greasy claw.
I don't know if Silas is here right now. He may have BRP'd or something.
Another
Oh.
BP.
He did have a big pizza, so he's probably like, "Nah, I can't eat." But how does Silas feel?
Sorry, what was the question?
You're being offered or being made aware of food that Blink secured. It's like really juicy steaks and very well seasoned turkeys. One of which has already been eaten whole by Ro, like a roast turkey.
Okay, so Silas will not complain. He will accept the rations and offer some of them to Genra.
Yeah, Genra's quick to grab some of it and continue gnawing. Clearly more focused on that than your teachings at the moment.
Silas continues as if he doesn't notice.
Dark swallows a big mouthful of meat. Lets out a very tiny burp. Covers his mouth with his other greasy hand. What is she learning?
Well, Derek's,
Bible. She's learning how to read.
it seems that Genra here has never learned to read the text of Savras. So, I figured this would be a good time to introduce her to that which she believes.
Dark tilts his head and stretches his snout up a bit. How does one come to believe without knowing what they believe?
That is the funny thing about belief, Derek's. Sometimes it comes to us as a vision, a voice, an inkling, a sense of purpose. But even if we do not read it in a book or have it preached to us by gospel, the purpose finds us and we learn about it.
He shoves a few grapes in his mouth. Crunch, juice drips down his short chin. Wisdom. Who can deny the will of Astramus? When it calls, we come.
You know, Derek's, I've heard you mention Astramus at least once in our journeys together so far. Savras
Just
too
once, just
is-
at least once. Sorry.
Yeah, only a few times.
Just like once or twice.
I'm pretty sure we've yelled like how we want to kill you all in the name of Astramus. Like, we're all going
Yeah,
to
like-
die by Astramus.
At least once, so there's like an asterisk on the subtitle, and there's like underneath it, there's like mentioned 160 times.
There's a counter. There's a counter that goes up every time. Beep 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 beep.
Take a shot every time Astramus is said.
We're all dead. Darks alone will kill everybody.
Not even a true Russian could overcome such alcohol.
How
Savras
much
too
time
is ancient,
do I
but
think is left?
No, sorry. What were you saying, Silas? Sorry.
well, let him answer Shoulder real quick.
By this point, it's probably closing in on just a short time before your arrival. Maybe 15 minutes or so.
Okay, so Silas will answer your question and say, I've heard you mention Astramus at least once in our journeys, Derek's. Savras too is an ancient, but I have not heard much about this Astramus. Perhaps there is something that I could learn from you.
Ah, Darts' eyes widen. He looks so happy. You've never seen him so happy. I would be glad to illumine you.
Well, I know not how much longer our journey is, but if you wish to exchange knowledge, I welcome you to sit with us.
He finally seems to realize now how completely filthy he is. He clears his throat and reaches into the small satchel at his hip and grabs a linen cloth and wipes his claws and his snout. He's like, excuse me. And then he does take his off when he sits down. I am in turn ignorant of how things here on this continent are perceived. In our understanding, well, Stramus is all gods are in and under it. Your deity, our drakes, the orcs, if there be any, all are a pantheon. And in this pantheon, the drakes reign above. And above them, the Starfather.
I see. So then,
Go ahead.
we could perhaps agree then that the call for order, the call to uphold that which is right, has existed long before the spoken name.
Of course. All that is good comes of the Starfather. And he has been before being. No, he corrects himself. That is not right. He is being.
Are you interested in learning more about Severus, Derek's?
Yes, of course.
To
Share
you,
with me.
yours. He'll show you the book of Severus, which is kind of in itself like a Bible of the Order, and he will say, "Do you possess such a text as I do?"
He very quickly, practiced ease, reaches into his satchel and produces a tome of his own.
If you would humble my request, let us trade and learn of one another's order, and perhaps after a few days or a week, we shall return one another's books and convene again to discuss what we have learned.
With joy. And he hands him the book, which, interestingly enough, it's leather bound, but it has no title. Nowhere. But as soon as you flip it open, you will see scripture.
On a similar note, the book that I hand you has no title or engravings, but on the front cover there is simply an eye, which seems to be gazing both through you and into you. And once you open the book, knowledge merely presents itself.
Intrigued by this.
I believe this will be a most worthwhile experiment. I look forward to learning more about this Astramus.
You must know something. His voice lowers. What I have said, not of Astramus, but of a Starfather. It is. He pauses. It cannot yet be spoken of outside of here. There are reasons for this, but it is for our safety that we keep this amongst ourselves in the meantime.
I understand. Fear not, Derricks. If there is any among us who understands that true knowledge is born from faith, and truth is the reward for its understanding, it is I.
You will like what you read then.
Should you find any trouble studying the text, convene with me, in private if you wish, and I will assist you in its study, and likewise I shall seek you if I require the same.
My pilgrimage here, I do not believe I have told any of you what it is for. In my homeland, all white Draconin, upon maturity and time within the temples and the barracks, all male, leave, sail for lands we have never been, and there we learn of ourselves, of the world. My particular group, we also seek more. We seek him. And our pilgrimage, there is no allotted time, no you must return hence, or upon this season, or upon this year. And when you do return home, you are forbidden from speaking of your gained knowledge to others, with the exception of those who have completed the pilgrimage. This is to ensure that the younger and uninitiated, those who have not made their pilgrimage, leave completely, wholly ignorant and arrive only with their faith and their character to guide them.
That is an admirable upbringing, Derek's. It sounds almost as if you are the mortal instrument of your clan's wisdom, and while you yourself become strong for what you have learned, it is wrong to rob others of the chance to experience it themselves, and through your collective understanding, you become powerful.
It is my sacred duty to share what I know, what I've seen with others. It is a pain that I cannot bear the fullness of this truth so openly yet.
Well, I must admit that such an experience is a bit alien to what I know, but I do find it admirable, and I hope that you are successful in what you achieve to do as part of our group and in your own journey, and I look forward to being a part of it.
He inclines his head respectfully. It seems that my pilgrimage is this heavy burden, this divine task. I'm grateful for your wisdom and your company because I know on my own I would have not made it anywhere. For Strama's sake, I caused quite a problem. Speaking of tongue wagging and the peculiar curiosity of female business owners.
If there's any one thing that I've come to learn in my short time, it's that we know many destinations, some of which we speak of in jest and in truth. But the truest destination of them all is the one that we can only know when the time is right.
Narath, the driver, looks up at you after his. Oh, you were just writing. Oh.
Darks looks around, noticing that Wrath has disappeared.
Has Blink noticed that we've stopped?
Yes.
Blink will investigate the stoppage by trying to look out this door.
Well, it's not actually there, but like in the map. But as you peer past the canopy, you behold a much more abandoned than before bridge directly to the cursed manor that you had once traveled to. You seem to be on the western bridge, or just about, to the mouth of the western bridge to the Avanoara Isle, where last you attempted to cross and were interceded by the Inquisitor. It doesn't bring back pleasant memories, but you are indeed where you sought to go.
We're here.
And here I was, having so much fun.
Well, perhaps, there's fun out there.
If
Genra
it's
finally,
anything like last time, it will not be fun.
Genra looks at Silas and says, "Fun mean break elves."
I like the way this thing thinks.
If the course
Lady.
of action requires it.
That is a lady, right? He says, leaning over the row really quietly.
Yes, she is a female.
Just wanted to make sure. You didn't know.
Well,
The last
guys,
thing dogs would want to do is misgender an orc.
you will pay the price. Yeah.
I will pay the price. Ah, that's a very strong jaw you have there, good sir. Pow!
And then that jaw digs into your shoulder blades.
Yeah, exactly.
Is this our
It's our
epic
stop.
cliffhanger?
Yeah,
our epic
because
cliffhanger.
I am unfortunately too sick to continue as I expected. But despite the truncated session, I thought there were a lot of really good character moments here. Obviously, it was a lot of talky, but I hope you guys still enjoyed returning to your characters.
Oh,
In
Yeah,
that
no,
I
way.
like the talkie.
Yeah, I like talkie. I hate when all we do is fight for like 10 sessions. Like, man. Yeah, it was nice to finally have character development. Like that didn't involve visceral suffering.
Right.
So it's pretty cool. Yeah, big fan of that. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think the party is much more whole now.
I think we lore dumped without lore dumping too hard.
Good. Well,
Yeah. I mean, they all felt like really believable conversations anyway. So
yeah, it felt. I was listening to the whole thing, even though I was muted for some of that because I had to keep blowing my nose and stuff. But it felt pretty accurate to how I kind of predicted it to go. We got the necessary confrontations, and everybody got a chance to talk about their past. With maybe I guess even Genra kind of did with the Savras origin, and Ashtorium kind of did with talking about how he was made, but didn't elaborate. I hope
very
that.
normal.
Yeah, I hope that for like Ashtorium, Blink, and Silas, it didn't feel like they didn't do much, but it definitely seems to me like the Silas Genra sort of duo is slowly developing, and she's already started to look at him like, you know what word means. You explain.
Very smart. Very smart.
You are brain man. I am muscle woman.
That's
Explain.
that's his orc tomboy. Yeah.
Yep.
I believe in Stavros. He teach me big word.
He teach me big word.
Savra send small man to teach big word.
This must mean he work in mysterious way.
Savras
Like
work
other
mysteriously. Not
Not
think small man teach big woman.
Yeah, how it work. Mystery divine.
God small word but big thing. Confused.
Exactly.
I think that's my cue to go to bed.
That's some wisdom right there.
That is a
You can't just drop a banger like that.
God,
morning.
small word.
Night, homies.
good night.
Good night.
homie.
That was
Yeah.
base. That was very, I gotta use that.